What up, people? On this edition of Neat Unfiltered, we have a boxing commentator, a boxing trainer, a rapper, basketball player, a businessman, and an all-around bad motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Jones Jr. What up, sir?
What's up, brother?
Hey,
good,
man,
my
thanks
brother.
for coming on, man. I'm good, man. Hey, this is a pleasure. Like, it's an honor and a pleasure, man, to have you on, brother.
Thank you, my brother. I really appreciate that.
I want to start off. I got one question. How did you get dual citizenship with Russia of all places? We'll get to the other stuff, but I want to start. I read that. I was like, Russia of all places? Like,
well, Russia loves boxing, right?
Yeah.
So because they're so deep embedded in boxing, it's like 95% of the population know Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Back when it was communist, back in the 90s, they only had a few fights that they could get to watch on TV because they had a couple of channels, government channels mainly, but they could get HBO back when I was in my prime. So 95% of the population followed fear in the 90s, which I was out of the decade. Because since so many of them knew who I was, one of the guys told me, you should look at maybe becoming a citizen here. They love you that much. When I got over there and realized it, I was like, wow, who would have ever thought that a black man would become a Russian citizen? I never thought it was going to be black Russians. I knew myself. I never thought I would become. It was one of those incredible things that God put in front of you, that you have this opportunity. You're going to turn it down because of what people think.
Yeah.
Or you're going to just capture take advantage of the opportunity and be happy. So I took advantage of the opportunity and I'm happy. They love me. I love them. So it's like, what's
already? That's what's up. No, I just thought that, I found that amazing, man. So I thought that I'd get that out the way, because that was one of them questions, that things you said and you can't believe it, and makes all the sense in the world to me. So that's what's up. So let's start off early, man. You grew up in a boxing family. Your pops boxed. He put the gloves on you early, or it was something that was his pops into it, or did it start with your pops, or how did you get started, or should I say, how did your pops get started in it?
My father started in Job Corps. Got out of high school, went to Job Corps. He started boxing. One of his trainers was the late great Sarge Johnson, who died in a plane crash with the 1980 Olympic team.
Okay.
And in 1980, the whole Olympic boxing team had a plane crash and died. Sarge Johnson was in that group. But that's who taught my daddy the fundamentals of boxing. When he came back, I didn't know my dad boxed. I started boxing at age 10. I didn't know my dad even boxed until I got about 13. So he trained me, but I didn't know he was a boxer. I just thought he knew how to fight. So anyway, as a young kid, my father would get down on his knees. He always had boxing equipment around. So I loved the boxing gloves. So he would get down on his knees and box me. Every night he beat me up and make me quit, or make me lose, make me cry. Never quit, make me cry. But every day, the next day, my mom would beg me, don't box your daddy tonight. And all day in school the next day, all I could think about was how I was going to try to beat my dad when I got home. And I was about like 6 years old. So this happened when I was about 6 to about 9. Every day, my mom would beg me, because she knew I'm going to bed crying, snotty nose, mad, upset, enraged. I can't win. But in my mind, I always thought I could win. So after going through that for so long, I guess he realized I didn't have any quit in me. So when I got 10, he let me start boxing. But the reason I really wanted to box was I saw him watching Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. And when he was watching that fight, he was so into what Muhammad Ali was doing.
Yeah.
And I felt like if somebody taught me how to use my hands, I could do what Muhammad Ali was doing with his mind, because my mind worked similar to his. I love aggravating and agitating people. All I saw Muhammad Ali doing was aggravating people, get them to a point where they're so upset that they show everything they're going to do. And because he knew how to box, he was beating them. But he was beating them with his mind first. So I said, wow, if somebody teaches me how to use my hands, I can do that. And that's what made me think I could box. That's how I knew boxing was for me.
Oh, wow. You knew that at an early age then. Yeah, most people don't figure out how to agitate people and how to get up under people's skin at an early age, man. That's a talented gift, man. Like to be that knowledgeable of how knowing you are as a kid. Like that's that's what's up. So you
Like some of us have gifts early.
yeah, so you golden gloves and all that stuff as a kid, correct? Like golden gloves, the world
Yep, won all that.
championships, all that.
And won
And
national golden glove twice. Yeah.
okay. And then it was time to go to the Olympics. So yeah, I'm saying, you know, we got to get into it. It was time to go to the Olympics. It was in Seoul, Korea, right?
Yep, Seoul, Korea.
And you get the silver medal. And and the boxer that you fought, well, what did he tell you when he fought you? What did the boxer tell you when he fought you? Like after the fight for the silver and gold medal.
I asked about the fight. Did he think he won the fight? He said no. He didn't win the fight, but he didn't judge it. The judge did. So after that, I had to leave him alone because had he told me he thought he won the fight, he was going to fight again. Right in the locker room. But he said he didn't win the fight. So I couldn't do that to him, you know.
Yeah, so it was that big of a, like some of the communist countries didn't, like they weren't messing with you, right? Like they really like voted against you because of where you was from.
That was something more about something that happened at the 1984 Olympics in LA. I don't know, I never figured out what that was, but evidently something happened to them in the 84 Olympics when we hosted the Olympics in Los Angeles, California. And they had a vengeance against them for that. And they vowed to get somebody back. I just happened to be the one that it fell on. But to be honest with you, Kenyon, the best thing for me is that it happened to me because I was the youngest guy on the team, on the boxing team. But I was the one guy who had been through enough that I could handle that and rebound from it and would have not the knowledge enough to take that and use it as fuel in my tank instead of a reason to quit. Because right away I said I was going to quit fighting. When I got back home and I saw the kids that worked out with me in my gym, they looked at me like they couldn't believe that I said I was going to quit because I always encouraged everybody else never to quit. So when I saw that in their eyes, I knew that God had put me on a mission and I had to start back boxing. And that's what really prepared me to become pound for pound the fighter of the 90s, the best fighter fighting, because I wanted to prove that. They gave me the Farrell Barker Cup, which is the most outstanding boxer in the Olympics, which means you're the best amateur boxer in the world at the time. But I wanted to prove that I truly was pound for pound the best fighter there. And that's what I did.
Yeah, because everybody that wins that award wins the gold medal, correct? So you're the first boxer not to win the gold to win that award, right?
I think it was me and one more guy because I saw this here. I was the second guy to win a silver medal and win the Farrell Barker Cup. So it's another guy in history that they probably did the same thing too. But what happens is it hurts the integrity of the sport because amateur boxing in the Olympics has took a nosedive since then. It's been a while since we had a guy on the guy team to even get a medal in the Olympics because of how bad the integrity has gotten.
You know, it's been some bad dudes come from these waters, man, that can get it in after you. And for them to be,
you better believe
like you said, the integrity of the sport, man, is taking a hit because of things like that. Like that's wild. You went on from that. Yeah, you went on from that to be a champ in 4 different weight classes. Not a lot of people hold their feet. That's just a testament to the hard work and the ass kicking that you did for decades, man. Like, you know, I'm a 90s baby. I grew up in Dallas watching boxing here and there, hearing your name early on when I was in high school and was able to get a couple tapes of friends and then watch some HBO fights early on, man. And I was like, yo, who is dude? Like, he got it. And like 94, I think you won Fighter of the Year in 94. I was a sophomore in high school then, so I was able to catch a lot of the fights then. A few of my friends had HBO, so we couldn't afford it. So a few of my friends had HBO. So I was able to go over there and piggyback and watch some fights, man. So that was that was a highlight, man. Like that was a real highlight for me, man, watching you put on what you did, man.
And I watched you do a lot in your own career too. Even at Cincinnati, I watched you. I watched you for a long time.
Already, brother. That's what's up, man. Hey, we
Yeah, I
getting in
watched you
around the
for a
same
long
time, man.
time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
You better believe it. You better believe it. You better believe it.
like we said, your dad was a boxer. He also was a Vietnam vet. Won the Bronze Star for valor. Showed courage, taking people under his own wing, rescuing people, and all that. He learned like a lot of tough values in being in the service. And he, from what I read, that he translated a lot of that tough-nosed military style into parenting. How did his tough love around the house and the way that he was with you, how did that affect your career in a positive way?
Well, it affected me because it made me understand that when I got old enough, I had to get the hell out of there and I couldn't come back.
Yeah, it was that kind. Having him around, I can only imagine like the things that he had, that he put you through. Like he was trying to get the best out of you, trying to get you to become a man. But at the time, I'm pretty sure you was like, man, this is like, I don't know where this coming from. Like I thought you loved me.
It's a thin line between it's a thin line between becoming a man and breaking a man. You feel me? And I had to realize that was what I was being borderline. I was almost about to get broke. And I watched them break so many guys when I was growing up. So many guys that came up before me. I watched when they get 17, 18 years old or near about to their adulthood, they would get broke mentally, and they had to in order to stay around him, or they couldn't stay. And I knew that one day I was about to go because I wasn't going to break mentally. So God gave me the strength to keep it strong the whole time. And I stayed strong by the grace of God. And when I got time to go, I just had to go.
So you sparred against Sugar Ray. Like, so was that early on, or was that like when you was becoming a pro? Like, was that before you got your stripes? Like, was
before I got all my stripes, I was 17. I had won two national tournaments, and I got a chance to go spar in his gym, and he sparred with us. He sparred with myself, Lamar Parks, and Gerald McCredden. So he sparred with three of us, and it was really interesting. I think I did better than everybody else did, but they called me an old man after that. They said I knew more for the age than the average person knew at that age in boxing. So he was calling me old man. His brother Roger Leonard started calling me the old man.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, you 17 sparring against a legend, and I'm pretty sure like if you was fighting the way I saw you fighting at 17, hands down, hand speed, footwork, so similar to him. I'm saying similar to Sugar Ray. Cause I can only imagine him looking at you as a 17-year-old kid like, this boy got something.
Yeah, he was very instrumental in my career too, because he also gave me a lot of ideas and taught me a few things along the way. He taught me about the hook to the head, hook to the body, that carried me a long way, and I always used it because I got it from him. So, he was a very good guy, very instrumental guy, and I still, to this day, always look up to Sugar Ray Leonard because he was somebody who carried the game for a while too.
Yeah, he couldn't, but he just couldn't teach that that hook to the body and hook to the head to anybody. You know what I'm saying? You had to have the skill set and the speed to pull that off. You know, like, because once time, because we all know once that body shot come, you got to be able to either get out of the way or you got to throw something else behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Better believe
it. So you grew up in the heart of your career. Well, I'm saying with a few legends, as well as yourself, as Bernard Hopkins and James Toney. Your first fight with B-Hop, it was early on. Not a lot of people knew that you guys had fought. Like that came around the game later, who only knew as Bernard Hopkins being in that weight class, but not knowing that you dominated that weight class for forever, basically. You know what I'm saying? Them guys were bad, but you came along and you showed guys what it was. Fighting B-Hop, beating B-Hop in 93. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you broke your hand leading up to the fight. It's kind of unheard of, like, for you to come into the fight with your hand broke. Normally that happens during the fight. But you coming into the hand with an injury, most dudes would have called it off, man.
Yep. I'm not most dudes.
Oh, we know that. Shit, listen, you ain't got to tell me that. You're preaching to the choir. But listen, I'm saying, but you ain't from the new generation, you know what I'm saying? You're a fighter, but you knew what the stakes were at the time, I'm pretty sure.
And I had a military father who wasn't going to take much as an excuse. So you don't make excuses where I was from. So if your hand ain't completely off, you need to go ahead and fight. But I knew I
Yeah,
had enough knowledge to outsmart B-Hop the first time. And I
yeah,
told my friend Derek Gainer that I could beat him with one hand. He was like, no, you should pull out the fight. I said, no way. What if I don't get the opportunity again? I said, so I got to take
yeah.
it now while I'm getting the opportunity. And that's what I did. And I took full advantage of it and won the fight. Thank God.
Yeah, because the politics of boxing, ain't no telling when y'all would have got to get this thing on again. Click over to graygoose.com and grab a Grey Goose Holiday Punch cocktail kit. The Grey Goose Holiday Punch cocktail kit will be delivered to your door, and it comes with everything you'll need to make a holiday punch. Grey Goose vodka, pomegranate juice, sweetened black tea, martini Rossi Prosecco, and even the garnishes. The perfect gift for the person who has everything, like me. Save yourself the time and hassle of shopping in person and let only the best vodka Grey Goose do the work for you. Sip responsibly. Imported by Grey Goose Importing Company, Coral Gables, Florida. Vodka, 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from French wheat. I remember this fight vividly. I remember the James Toney fight. I remember sitting there watching it with the homies who I
Right.
was watching it with. Yeah. So that was my first real big time boxing. Both guys in there, and somebody got to go. Like that was my first real experience with that. Yeah. And James Toney was arguably, people had him pound for pound at the time. He was 46-0.
He was.
And you
He was
came
pound
in.
for pound at the time.
Well, that's what they thought. That's what they thought on paper.
Yeah. Well, he was on paper and he was in action because everybody put in front of him, he was beaten. So I understood that he was the man, but guess what? To be the man, you got to beat the man. And I wanted to be the man, so I need to see him.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And you definitely did that. So let's talk about the infamous, the chicken, the feint, and him trying to mark you, and here come that left hook.
Yeah. Right. It was funny because I was just talking to my guys in my gym about this the other day. I said, no, it would be times when I would fight and James would fight a couple months or a month after me. And I would see James do things that I did in my fight. So in other words, in my opinion, he was copying me.
Okay.
But I never copied him. So I was telling myself, if a guy copies you, that means that he thinks you're better than him. I said, so I don't care what he was saying or what people were saying to him. I know he thought I was better than him. So since he was copying me, when it came a pivotal time in the fight where somebody had to take over or somebody had to take leadership and become in control. And I had to do something to either gain control or I was going to lose control. So I said, you know what? This guy always copies me. Let me see if he'll copy my rooster move. So I put the rooster move down there and he did it. I said, oh, got it. So I put it down again. When he went to do it, bang, left hook, knocked him all across the ring. The ring held him up. That was considered a knockdown. And that was the beginning of the story. The story goes on from there.
Yeah, he would have fell out the ring had them ropes not been there. Like we all know that. Like what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you mentioned a rooster move. You chasing roosters and chickens around. Like let's like it's just, not easy. Not your traditional way of training.
Nope.
Was it your idea? Was it your pops? Was it your trainers? Was it like who idea? Was it your homeboy? Like who idea was it?
I learned it from my pops, and as I learned it, I started understanding how quick they change directions. They're not so much faster than you, just they change direction. Change the direction is really what's best about a rooster. So when you chase them, you have to learn how to change directions quick, and you got to almost know where they're going, because if they get to a certain place, you're gonna lose them. So you got to be able to change directions and make those adjustments on the fly, just like you do in a boxing ring. You can't do that, then you can't fight, in my opinion.
I would think that would be good for a lot of different sports, to be honest with you, but especially the hand-eye coordination thing when it comes to boxing, like being able to pivot and change, and a lot of more people can benefit from course of training like that. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, that's fucking tough. Chasing damn roosters around. They got a problem chasing people around. Damn, let roosters.
Exactly.
The Devil and Mr. Jones.
Pazilza. I didn't want to fight the dude, man, because he had suffered a broken neck in a car accident. So I didn't want to fight the guy. They kept demanding I fight him. I said, I don't really want to fight him. So I told him, I tell y'all what, y'all get my friend Derek Smokin a title shot or a USBA title shot, I'll take the fight. They went and got my friend a title shot with Graham. My friend beat Harold Graham and became the USBA featherweight champ. So I had to fight the devil.
I remember Derek Gainer too. Yeah, I remember fighting on the few of your cards. Like that was, yeah, I remember all your. I remember Smoke.
Yeah. That's right. That was my
saying, so you, yeah, no, that's what's up, man. Boys put their boys on, man. Like I'm saying, they want you to fight this dude. No, my man need a shot, man. Like let's make this happen. If y'all want me, then y'all do this. That's what's up.
That was supposed to. The boys supposed to look out for you, boy. I was supposed to. Yeah, they don't all do that no more, but that's what they're supposed to do.
Oh yeah, they all that for their own hide and their own ass now, man. Like it ain't about helping the next man. It ain't about putting their camp on. And saying I'm on, and you got to try to get on. All right, so let's. Yeah. So like I said, you fought in 4 different weight classes, champ in 4 different weight classes. How do you think? So you fought Antonio Tarver 3 times, correct?
Yeah.
The first one you won. And then you went and fought, if I'm not mistaken, you went up to heavyweight and fought, correct? Or you went?
No. I fought heavyweight first. Then I came down and fought the first time. I beat him. But I should have stopped fighting for a while there because my body was not really used to that adjustment. But because I wanted to recapture the light heavyweight title, I won the first fight on my heart. Second fight I came back and fought just because it was a tough fight the first time. They was like, well, fight him again. I'm like, I'm not afraid to fight nobody. So I fought him again. That's when he caught with a shot and they stopped the fight. I mean, they called it a KO. So he won the second by KO. The third one, he won, but I should have won the third one, but it's all good, you know?
Yeah, but so I want to talk about the second fight and like you said, your body wasn't right, and not a lot of people is going to give you credit for that. They say, fuck that. I'm saying he stepped into the ring, so he should have been ready, but we all know like your weight fluctuating and losing, gain, and that's going to have effect on your well-being in the ring. Like you said, now it's hindsight. You wish you took the time off, right?
Exactly. That's big as I've been in my whole life. I lost 25 pounds of muscle before the first fight. All these I lasted the first fight because of my heart. And God put me there to do that, to make history. So I had to win that first one to make history. Second one, like I said, I should have took a little more time off before I took the second fight because I let my body readjust, but I didn't do it because I didn't realize that it had that big of an impact on me. I kind of knew, but I was just a warrior. You know, I mean, you say you want to fight me, I don't care who it is. So if they still want to fight, I'm going to fight. And that's just what it was. Yeah,
so after you lost the first, like the Tarver fight, you lost 3 in a row. And that has some effects, right? The weight loss and everything, and you being the warrior that you are, you're not letting your body recover the way that you should have. Yeah, because you're like, fuck it, I know me and I know what I have in my heart. I can get back out here and do this.
Exactly. And I should have took time off and let my body recover. I should have been a little more like these new age guys. I should have said, you know what? I ain't feeling well, don't fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick and choose I'm gonna pick and choose who I fight and when I fight. I'm gonna fight once a year, maybe.
I should have, but I ain't have it in me.
No, that's good. No, and
I should have, but I didn't have it.
People respect you for getting back in there, bro. Like win, lose, or draw. Like people respect your heart, your determination, your will. So people know what you was built on. Like that wasn't.
That's just who I was.
And you bounce. Yeah, and you bounce back from that. Again, you go and fight Kawasaki.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a big time boxing. Like, I'm huge. Like, oh, that was a good bump. Like, I'm like, I wish all of them should have fought. So, speaking of that, I never understood the politics of boxing. Because I'm thinking that, listen, you bad, he bad, you got a belt, he got a belt. Shit, why ain't they fighting? What do you think about the politics of boxing?
Exactly. Well, I don't like it. No, I ain't like it back then. I don't like it now either because it's like for me, when I fought, I played King of the Hill. That's why I didn't have promoters, why I promoted myself. I didn't have managers. I didn't have all that because I didn't believe in middlemen. If you're the man, I need to see you. Yeah. When I get to be the man, whoever want to come up this hill, come on. Because that's where I play. I play King of the Hill. I don't care what your name is. You come up to here, you got to get it. I don't care
Yeah.
who you was, where you from, what you come up here for, and one thing I'm giving out when you get up anyway, and that's weapons. So if you come up this hill, you gonna get it. I don't care what your name is. You know what I mean? But that's how I played. Everybody don't play that way. Everybody wasn't into it the way I was. Everybody didn't take pride and dignity in being the best of their weight class. If you had a belt in my weight class, I don't care what kind of belt it was. If they said world belt, world champion, I need that because I'm the best in this weight class. They don't believe in being like that no more. So nowadays, people don't take it to heart the way I took it to heart. But I couldn't sleep at night if it was a guy that they thought was better than me in my weight class. It was hard for me to sleep when James Turner was champ, and he was a weight class above me. You understand me? But they were like, he's best pound for pound. No, you can't keep saying that around me. I got to go see. You understand me?
Yeah,
now,
not on this corner.
Think about this. Exactly. Think about this. Triple G set up under Andre Ward for almost 5 years. Yeah. Andre Ward was the best pound for pound fighter when Floyd was retired. Andre Ward was always the #1 pound for pound, right? Yeah. Triple G set up under him at 160 for almost 5 years. I couldn't have stayed there for 5 months. And they told me he the best pound for pound, and he on one weight class above me. I got to see him. That's the difference in me though, and some of the guys now. They don't take it to heart like I took it. I couldn't stand we be telling me somebody in my weight class was as good as I am or almost as good as me. No, that wasn't cool to me with me. That wasn't cool at my time. No, and one of us.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. That's the answer I was fucking looking for. Yeah, that's the honest, the truth I was looking for, man. Yeah, because I just couldn't. Yeah, that's the way it should be. Like that's the way it should be in every weight class. All these governing bodies, all these people who say who should fight who. I always revert back to a few years ago when Andre Ward and them did the Super 8 or Super 6 thing, like that. Like, we all in this thing, we all got an O, we all in the same weight class, we all think we the man. Let's see who come out here with our O. Like, people have to respect the fact that you represented yourself. You know what I'm saying? That you was in there promoting for yourself and not letting other people dictate your career. Like, that speaks volumes for the businessman that you are.
If he got a belt, I want it. And I already know that. So I know send me sound, nobody ain't gonna let me fight him because he with him. No. Call me, you can get this.
Yeah. But you fought some legends in this thing, man. You fought Trinidad, you fought B-Hop twice, you fought, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really, like you said, if you want, like, if anybody wanted, they come knocking, they can get it.
That's what I was.
Like I said, if more people had that mentality, the Floyd Mayweathers of the world, like I'm the guy who tell people all the time, like, I'm the honest police. Was Floyd bad, man? Absolutely. Did Floyd fight everybody he could possibly fight? No. Because you can't tell me them last 5-6 years that he went out there and the guys that was the best in his division, he beat them and fought them. Like, he dictated who he fought. People like, then what you mean? Yep. I said, okay, y'all can take all the other fights y'all want. Give me Floyd's last fight. All them badass dudes in that division, and you go. I like Andre Berto, cool, but you go for Andre Berto on your way out. Like, nah, like, okay, you want to give him some money? All right, give him some money. Put him on your card, but don't that can't be your last fight on the way out, bro. Like, you supposed to be TBE and all this other shit. Like, in my opinion, no, bro, because you didn't fight. You didn't fight them dudes, man. So go out and fight a guy like Conor McGregor, man. Like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is a slap in the boxing face world.
They okay that, but they want a 13-4 guy fight 12-4 guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, it is. He got over with it.
They let you get away with it. I'm saying, they let him. That's just who he is, and they let him get away with it.
He got away with it.
Yeah, and we all know people gonna get it. Like do it. People gonna do as much as you let them get away with. You give them an inch, they gonna take a yard. You give them a yard, they gonna take. Like that. Let's talk about your basketball playing days. You know, I gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? What was? Did Roy think he could play at the highest level? Is what I want to know.
I played basketball. I think I could have played the highest level, yes. But what the problem was with me was, when I was young, I liked basketball. I wanted to play. My father was a phenomenal basketball player, but he would never teach me to play basketball because he always wanted me to box.
Oh,
So
okay.
quite naturally, I wanted to learn how to play basketball. You understand me? So as I got old, I said, if I ever got the opportunity, I was going to go learn how to play basketball. So after I got up and became who I was, they had a United States Basketball League, and they had a team in Florida. So I said, no, I'm going to try, see if I can make the team. So I went out there, got on the team, and I met so many awesome people, man, through that venture. I met so many great basketball players, and I played so long that I got good. I got good enough to play at the next level. It's just that, like I said, I was still fighting. So, of course, you got to dedicate yourself 100% to anything that you're going to be at the top level at. And I would dedicate myself 100% to basketball. I was just playing good enough to get good enough so that I could hold my own. And I got good enough that I think I could have played at the next level, yes.
All right, so let me ask you this. So do you think that you earned your way, or you think they were scared that Roy was going to whoop their ass if they didn't let him do what he wanted to do?
Now, I definitely had to earn my way because they knew I was not that kind of person. They knew I wanted to get my stripes the hard way, so they came at me extra hard. Everybody wanted to block my shot. Everybody wanted to steal the ball from me. Everybody wanted to do anything they could to say they did it to Roy Jones. Because Roy, you got to think about it now. Roy, outside of Mike Tyson, was the best dude at the time. You understand me? That was in my heyday. So they like, nah, I stole it from Roy Jones Jr. I did something, you know. Roy not even a basketball player, but still, that's Roy Jones, you know. So it made me extra hard.
Okay.
But it made me better.
I just want to make sure that you feel like you earned him, and they was like, shit, that's Roy, man. Like, we got to do this.
Nah, I earned my stripes.
Already. I'm saying you
earned my stripes.
Already. Who in the boxing game now, if anyone, because there's no other Roys, there will never be another Roy, but fighting style kind of resembles some of the things that you were about. Like, ain't gonna be no more Roys. Like, I'm fucking convinced of that. Like, ain't gonna be no more Mikes, ain't gonna be no more Roys, ain't gonna be no more.
Well, I don't think they focus enough on boxing skill right now to be as competent in the ring as I was, because I was more of a skillman than they think I was. They think it was all natural gifts, and they think it was because I was talented and gifted and had great reflexes. No, I got more hours of learning and understanding and doing drills and stuff that you do on a daily basis in a boxing ring than anybody on the top 10 right now, even, I guarantee you. So it's like, they say, well, who gonna be the next Roy? Ain't no next Roy because ain't nobody go through it like I had to go through it. I had a drill sergeant, an Army veteran, drilling me day in and day out on all this stuff. I already was a great athlete. I already was talented. I already was fast. I already had super reflexes. But when you get a drill sergeant, that's your father, that you can't say no to, that's drilling you day in, day out, hours and hours and hours, 7 days a week, 6 hours a day in the gym, every day. How can you tell me it's all athleticism? It ain't no way. I got years of 7 days a week, 6 hours a day, sometimes 12 hours on the weekend.
Yeah, that's work. And then like the
no
old
way.
saying go, like the old saying go, hard works beat talent any day when talent don't work. But if you put that together,
all right, but when talent
you get Roy Jones.
Oh my God,
you get Roy Jones. You know what I'm talking about?
Believe it.
And you get a fighter that in copy box can go a whole round without getting punched. That's hard work.
Because I got hours, days, years of working on doing that.
And then from that, you can go in the booth and make songs. Tell them, man, y'all must have forgot, man. Like, y'all must have forgot I do this. Like,
you better believe it.
You're around rappers, you're around other things, and you put this thing on wax. Like, how did other people feel about you making songs about you whipping ass? Like, was it like, was other rappers like asking you to make songs for them, like for their entry, or it was solely for Roy Jones?
It was solely for me. I just did it because I like listening to songs to motivate me. Then it would become times when I couldn't really find a song to motivate me the way I wanted to be motivated. So I said, take what Ali did. Ali rhymed before he fought. Yeah. Take that and take it all to the next level. Make whole songs and motivate yourself before you fight. So I did that. And it's funny you say that, Kenyon, because here the funny thing is, when I fought Montel Griffin, everybody says Montel Griffin gave me a hard time. I told them the song I came out to was a song that I wrote myself. The title of the song was called Patience is the Virtue, because I knew that I was a counterpuncher and he's a counterpuncher. You gotta have patience, let him wear himself down, then I'm gonna take him out. And that 9th round, or whatever round it was, he went down off just my pure pressure, the pressure alone. That's why I said patience was the virtue. But now, since y'all disqualify me, now y'all gotta make me do it the raw way, the way that I don't want to do it, but I know how to do it that way too. And that's what happened.
You fought 75 fights. Did you put a number on it before you started how many you wanted to fight, or you just went with it and be like, I'm gonna go as long as I can go?
As long as I can go. I'm gonna turn 52 years old in January, on the 16th. And they still trying to fight me. I got a proposal from a guy arrested today, said he want to fight.
Are you still actively trying to fight, or was the Mike Tyson exhibition fight was the extent of what you're trying to do right now?
That's the extent of what I was trying. I really wasn't trying to do that, but when the Mike called, it's something else, bro. You already know. It ain't the same now. You already know how it is. And you younger than me, and you know how it is. You feel me?
Yeah.
They're like, you know, it ain't that easy no more, bro. It ain't like that. He said, y'all gotta give me money to now. You ain't gotta pay for the fight. You gotta pay me to get in shape now. Because I ain't doing that no more. You feel me? No.
You got to pay me to get in shape, and you got to pay for my recovery, and you got to pay for my recovery.
Right. You got to pay for me to get in shape, you got to pay for me to fight, and you got to pay for my recovery. That's 3 checks. If you ain't got all 3 of them, don't call me.
And it ain't like you was in front of, like they put you to, so they called just anybody. They called and put a certified killer in front of you. Like that ain't no off switch.
You hear me? They'll call me and say, yeah, go do an exhibition with Conor McGregor or somebody that don't know nothing about boxing. Nah, we want to do an exhibition, but with Mike Tyson. What? Do he even know how to spell exhibition? Do he even know what an exhibition is? Do he even know the meaning of exhibition? Exactly. You feel me? You don't know nothing about no damn exhibition. And y'all me going that thing is an exhibition. 12-ounce gloves, which is only 2 ounces smaller than what we normally fight in. 2-minute rounds, so he ain't got time to get tired. I mean, never been but okay, sacrificial lamb.
We'll do this. I saw you early on. He mixed with one of them hooks early. And Roy was like, nah, I'm finna grab him.
You better believe that. And the referee gonna tell me, let him go. I said, you let him go. I ain't let him go nowhere. You let him go.
Yeah. Let's switch spots then. Let me get that whistle and you put these gloves on. And let me tell you let him go and you see how that shit goes.
Let me get that blue shirt and you take yours off and you let him go.
Yeah. You like, shit, I seen what happened to the guy that just fought before me. I'm not finna be a motherfucker face down like him.
Hello? Man, no, not tonight.
Like I just saw somebody get knocked out literally minutes ago. What? So let's speak on that.
Not this night.
All right, so let's speak. So we talked on that a minute ago about you playing basketball, and we all think that we athletes. Oh, we know we are. Like I'm a crazy athlete, but I ain't never been in the ring as a fighter. That's out of my realm. Right. What did you think leading up to it that Nate was making a mistake? Even though dude wasn't a real fighter, did you think Nate was making a mistake?
I knew he was making a mistake, not only because of the fact that the guy does have amateur boxing experience, but also because the guy was so much bigger than him. So what they don't realize, they put Nate in. Nate is a normal, probably 175 pounder. He weighed 181 on a heavy day. You feel me? Yeah. This guy probably came down. This guy more likely came down to 188 or 189, whatever it was. He was way too big. He was way too big for Nate, and he had boxing experience. So it was a horrible situation. And I saw the way, and I told my wife, this is not going to be good because this guy's too big. You know? I told her, I said,
that was my thing.
He got too big.
And that was my thing leading up to it. I was telling like people like, but he a YouTuber. I said, y'all don't know this dude background? Like y'all don't know if he had aspirations on being a fucking champion one day. Like you don't know none of that. And this Nate got in there.
That had experience. That's good.
And like you said earlier when we first started, you did a good job at antagonizing people and getting up under people's skin because you knew you wanted to fight.
Exactly.
Nate did that, ran his mouth, and ain't never been in a fight.
Nope, and they know what we get into.
Yeah. So like they say, where you from or I'm from, don't let your mouth write a check your ass can't cash.
But and you need to know what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, that's exactly what'll happen to you. You feel me?
Yeah. Put you on your coins. Like before, niggas they put you on your wallet. No, he put him on he put him on his coin pocket. Like put him on his front pockets, man. And we all know in boxing, if you go face first,
it's over.
Chances are it's over.
It's over.
And just like that, brother, man, hey man, I want to thank you once again, Roy, man. You are an idol of mine. I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of your sport. I'm a fan of the way you went about it. I'm a fan of your business admiration. I'm a fan of you. Continue to be great, man. Continue to do that. Thanks for joining me, man. It's been a pleasure, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. God bless you. I'm a fan of yours too. I appreciate everything. That ball ring. Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Already, man.